Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Steve coming at you. Hope you're having a great day. It has been a while since I have done one of these videos while I was driving. Don't worry, I'm keeping my eyes on the road. But man, do we have a story for you today? Oh, you gotta love them. They always prove they just can't help themselves. It really comes down to when people show you who they are, believe them. And these leftists cannot help themselves. So first thing I want to talk about is this. Nancy Pelosi. She is the Speaker of the House, for those of you who don't know, Speaker of the House of Representatives in Congress. And she represents the district, where San Francisco is. In fact, I think he's her nephew or something. Gavin Newsom is the governor of California. He is ridiculous. He's the worst. But anyway, aside from Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi has been clowning on Trump, clowning on him for his COVID and how he handles it. He doesn't wear a mask. And when they had the convention, the Republican convention, people were sitting next to each other without masks. There was no social distancing. He just has no respect or care for the science or people's lives or any of that, blah, 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 blah. So, the owner of a salon that Nancy Pelosi went to, and the video is hilarious, security cam video, went to a salon in San Francisco to get her hair done on the end of the month, last month, so a couple of days ago. Now, salons were not allowed to be open then. They were supposed to open September 1st and only for outdoor business in California, because California is retarded. The people who run that state are retarded. But I cannot blame just them. And I'll get back to that after this. Anyway, Nancy Pelosi is on the security cam, getting her hair is all wet, so you can tell they just finished washing it. And on top of that, she's walking in through, I guess to go wherever they're going to go to dry hair, because she was there to get a blowout. And she's not wearing a mask. So she gets caught on security cam, going through all this stuff, just getting her hair done, because, she's important. It's, I understand that you San Franciscans can't get your hair done inside, but you don't understand. Nancy Pelosi is not just rich. She's important because she's a congresswoman. So, and not just any congresswoman, the Speaker of the House. Oh, it's ridiculous. So she gets caught. Then her staff, they always just tell the truth. When you're caught, just apologize. But they always try and come up with something first. And the first thing they came up with was, well, the salon, we were told that the salon allows one guest at a time. So even though that's not what the mandate says in California, they're basically trying to put it on whoever the salon person is. Because it wasn't even the owner. It was one of the ladies who works, owns a chair or rents a chair at that salon, so to speak. And she was trying to blame it on this person without mentioning by name. And she comes out, does her first public statement today, and she comes out and says that it was a setup, and she's sorry. She apologizes for falling for the setup. So she didn't apologize for getting caught for being a hypocrite. She apologized for getting set up, which I thought was hilarious. Because basically, this comes down, nothing's ever their fault. It's never their fault, man. It's just how they operate. So I was like, wow. She just, not only did she dime out the person who did her hair without calling her out, but calling out the salon and basically making it seem like they're unscrupulous salon. She shouldn't have gone there and fallen for the setup. But wait, the owner of the salon was pissed. Because the owner's salon was like, I haven't been able to open my salon doors because of these stupid rules. And you're just going to stroll up in there the day before it's set to open for outdoor service and get you some private indoor service. And no, fam. So the owner's salon was not having it. So I wouldn't be surprised if the owner's salon is the one who turned over the security video, which is hilarious. But that's what you got. With these guys, it's always rules for thee, but not for me. It is always the deal with them. That they make laws and ordinances and rules that we have to live by, that they don't have to live by. That is not done by accident, folks. That is on purpose. And so along those lines, getting to these kinds of elected officials, and they keep getting reelected, and they keep getting reelected. And I think before COVID, people just fell into their normal routine. Well, I've been voting for this long, and they've been doing this, and they've been there forever. And so they just fell into that whole routine. But after seeing what's going on, like in California, after seeing what's going on, and California is a predominantly Democrat-run state. I mean, it's Democrat-run. Republicans have very little in the house. I mean, in Sacramento, there are some cities that are conservative leaning, especially in the Inland Empires and Orange County, but the state itself is very, very Democrat-run. So you got this situation now where you got some leftists and liberals who have no idea what they're doing running the state, and people keep voting for them. But yet we're hearing about how people are fleeing from the state. I guess the property inventory is up 98% in San Francisco alone. It's ridiculous. But the question I want to ask is this. For those people fleeing, like the people who are fleeing from Portland, because the Portland mayor, I believe he's an Antifa. I believe he's an anarchist at heart, and they can't stand him, which is hilarious. The people he supports can't, not the constituents, Antifa is the people he supports, and they can't stand him. In fact, he's looking for a house to get out of his condo that he's living in, because they came there burning stuff in the street, disrupting his condo and just trying to disrupt him and disrupt the people who live in the condo. Nice that he has the kind of, he has the kind of cash where he can make that move and go get another place. But that's how these folks operate. But I just came to the conclusion, I can't just blame them. Like, I can't just blame the governor of Michigan. Can't just blame the mayor of New York. He is a total communist. Can't just blame Wheeler in Portland. Even this upcoming November, the person he's running against is his top, in the runoff election, his top opponent is a member of the Democratic Socialist Party. That's ridiculous. So Portland, I don't know what y'all gonna do. There's a black guy, Broussard is his last name. I think it's Bruce Broussard, but he is a Vietnam vet running as a Republican up there. I would highly suggest you guys either recall Ted Wheeler, or if not recall him, vote him out and write in Broussard's name in the ballot. But you're gonna have to do something and stay up there and fix your own stuff. Because what I don't want happening, I live in the wonderful, great state of Texas, very red state, especially the area I live in, very red area. I did that on purpose. And I don't want to see y'all come down here with your dumbass politics and mess up what we got. Because I've seen that happen too many times. That's what happened to Virginia. Virginia used to be a very red state, had a bunch of people from D.C. and Maryland. When D.C. and Maryland start making more money because all the politics is in D.C., they start moving out to Virginia and Maryland, and some people coming down from New York or whatever for more affordable housing, whatever. And they turned that state purple and then blue, because it's completely Democrat run now, and the people who live there hate it. So don't come here with your bullshit politics and screw up what we got. If that's the goal, stay where you at. In other words, if the goal is to come here, but you can't leave your politics back there that screwed up the place you just had to leave, just stay. Stay where you at. Don't come down here. We're not looking for you. We're not trying to have that. That's not anything that we want to have anything to do with. You're just better off staying where you're at. And so I just thought the whole thing with the way Democrats treat themselves versus how they treat us as a people, very enlightening, very enlightening. For those of you who are seeing it, for those of you who are fleeing all these areas that are filled with Seattle and Portland and places in Minnesota, places in Wisconsin, for those of you who are fleeing all these areas, New York, especially New York, oh my gosh, terrible, terrible what that communist de Blasio's doing there. But for all of you who are wanting to flee and move someplace else, don't come down here. Don't bring your politics down here. You're welcome to come. You got to leave the political bags back there. You got to bring some new luggage down here. We're not having it down here. So come if you have to, but bring some new luggage. If you can't do that, stay up there and fix the stuff you messed up. Because y'all are the reason these people are in charge. It's y'all. And so with that, guys, if you agree with me, great. Look forward to hearing from you. Give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Like the video, share the video, comment in the video. If you don't agree even, also comment in the video and share the video. You can say, man, this guy's ridiculous. Look at this black guy who thinks he's all blah, 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 blah. Trust me, I've heard it all. I've been called all kinds of names. Oreo, Uncle Tom, Coon, Uncle Ruckus, you name it, whatever. I'm free. I'm just a free thinker. I happen to be free from the plantation that I used to be on. But you're welcome to believe whatever you want. I love to hear your comments as well. Hope y'all have a great day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Y'all take care.